Hey, welcome back to Black Lab Garage. Well, today I'm out here, I'm going to do some of this old 89 Mustang GT of mine. There's a story behind it, so let me kind of tell you the story behind it and what we're doing. You ready? Come on, let's get into it. Okay, the story on this car is I bought it in 2016, and I was going to actually junk the car to fix that black one that you've seen, and this was too nice of a car to junk, so I ended up junking the black one and was going to fix this one. And then I ended up buying a house, I ended up moving, and one year led to another, and you know how it goes. And then after the move, I ended up misplacing some parts for it, because what had happened, this car at some point in its life had been hit on the passenger side in the rocker panel, and it had been fixed, but they had just brazed it back together. And I don't know if a lot of you probably don't know anything about brazing, but it's hard to get anything to stick to brazing, you know, because it's bronze more or less. And I cut that section out of it, you know, which that's why there's no door on it. So we got to weld that section back in, then hang the door back on it, because I need to be able to move this car after all these years. Now, one of the first things I got to do, is straighten this out on this piece of rocker that I'm going to weld in, and that ain't nothing that a hammer and dolly won't take care of. The thing to remember is this doesn't have to be perfect, because on the GT you've got the ground effects that go right underneath the door. I mean, yeah, we'll get it as good as we can, but I'm saying it doesn't have to be absolutely perfect, because it's going to be covered up anyway. First thing is I have to weld this section of rocker in it. Alright, I've got this cleaned up best I could, and I sprayed some weld through primer on it. I did add a plate right here just to help reinforce that where it got hit years ago. Of course, the rocker panel goes right over top of it, so that'll just help strengthen that up is all. So now we need to line the rocker panel up. Alright, I got the top row of welds put in. I've still got weld over in here and then underneath. I had to quit, change shoes, because I had a pair of shoes on. That's the shoelace off one of them, because my left shoe literally caught on fire. Oh, there's another piece of it over there. Unfortunately, I didn't have the camera rolling when that happened, or you would have had some really good entertainment when it did happen. But I do have one confession to make. I lost part of this car. Actually, two parts of this car. I lost this plate right here. That's what the door bolts to. It goes in behind that piece we're fixing to weld in. So I gotta make sure I put it in before I weld that piece in. Because I had the one that came out of this car when I cut this section out. And I had the one out of the car that I cut the rocker panel section out of, and I lost both of them in the move. I lose two of them, I'm not sure. But I did. So luckily, just by grace, I found another one. And when I say grace, I mean the girl that owns the junkyard. Grace. She had one of these, and I went up there and cut it out so I could get another door hinge plate. So let me get this unbolted, dropped into the new section we're welding in, and let's start welding. Well, I've got it all welded in. Now it's time to start grinding it all down. And generally it helps if you've got an assortment of grinders, which I use some just regular grinding disc like this, which I'm kind of big on the Sunmite brand. They work really good and they last a long time. And I've got regular grinding wheels like on that electric grinder there. And of course I use little roll lock disc. Of course you can see right there Sunmite. But also one of the handiest things you'll ever have, or use I mean, is these are made by 3M. I call them a weld buster, but it's a Green Corps reinforced weld grinding wheel. Now, these things will really get with the program on grinding welds now. So you ready? Let's start grinding. I guess now we'll see if this door fits. I can hang it on there by myself. Let me tell you something, these doors with power windows and everything, like that they ain't light. There we go. It fits. It shuts. So, get away from me, washer. This is where I'm going to cut it off at for tonight. It's starting to get dark. But we ain't done yet. I'll see you tomorrow. Alright, I stuck a fender on here just to see what kind of alignment we've got. Which, I mean, it's not tight on here. See? I've just seen how close it was. And, yeah, we can work with this. And we might have to work it in and out just a little bit, but it's nothing that... And you got to remember, this car is wrecked on this side. But this will be fine. We can work with this. You know, when this car come from Virginia, and the front fenders where that flare is over the wheel and tire was eat through on it. The rest of the car underneath is solid, but what do you all put on the roads up there? I mean, dear God, I'm not that far away from him, but ours don't look like this. I thought Virginia was for lovers, not for solders. Good Lord. Well, I've got all their old mud ground out of it. You can see there's some places there it's still wrinkled that they covered up. We'll see if we can get that out of it. Right now, I'm going to take DA with some 180 and sand this old paint. May need to go down to 80 and then come back with 180. Alright, I mixed me up some epoxy primer here, and I let it sit for about 30 minutes because most epoxy primers, you gotta give them an induction time. and most of them are like 30 minutes, but depending on what kind you use, you know, just go by your instructions. This is Autobahn. You know, it has, most of them want 30 minutes to let it sit there and homogenize or whatever it does. So, being that we're going to do body work over top of this, I'm not real worried about it being nice and smooth. So I'm just literally going to brush it on, because all we're doing right now is just keeping it from rusting. Because most of this will get sanded back down anyway. I'm just wanting to seal this metal and make sure that it can't rust. Alright, I just put some filler over the seam where we put it together, which I'm, went wide on it. Of course, we're going to sand most of this off. But in places like this, I really like, this is from U-Pole Fiberall. It is fiberglass reinforced body filler. But it ain't like that old kitty hair and stuff. It looks like you got shag carpet in with a can of body filler. It's, I mean, it's, you see it there. It's easy to mix, easy to work, and it's still stronger than regular body filler. So when we let this kick off, we're going to start knocking her down. See how easy this stuff sands? You won't sand kitty hair like that. Alright, remember I said it wasn't a big deal how rough the primer was here in the door jamb stuff? That's because I'm going to use a little mini DA sander. Because when we prime it this time, we will spray it. That way it'll be slick. Now, you may be wondering what is the plan for this car. Well, I wanted to build this car better than just stock, but do it on a budget. And I wanted to show you all that you can do the exact same thing. You can build a fun street car on a budget that is reliable. Because I mean, we've got to do the front end. I'm talking about all the suspension stuff. We got to change rear gears. We got to put a motor and transmission in it. I mean, it's just a rolling chassis right now. I got to hang the front end back on it. I mean, we've got a lot of work to do. But I think you'll be surprised at actually how cheap it can be done. Well, I think I'm actually going to cut it off right here, and I'll tell you why. Because we know the door and stuff fits now. All that's good. Since I'm now in this portable garage with the car in here, I think it would be best to go ahead and take the other door off and sand the body of the car and paint it with the doors off. Door jambs and all. Then paint the door stuff and hang them back on there. That way there's no tape lines and any of that stuff. I think that would be a better way to do it. So I'm actually going to cut it off here. So we know the door fits, so we're good now, and it'll hold together better than it would be embraced like it was originally. But I appreciate y'all watching. Be sure and hit the thumbs up, like, subscribe, and stay tuned. Me and Pups will be back with another one. And listen to more Goose Creek. See you.